Hello everyone. So today I am back with the topic of urbanization. We were discussing the negative and positive impact of urbanization, the social factors or pull factors or push factors which are responsible for urbanization. So the next topic is negative impact of urbanization. Negative impacts. There are few negative impacts on the in the urban sectors. The first thing is unemployment. When people are moving in urban areas, they are thinking that they will get job in urban areas in the cities, but eventually sometime it happens that there is no vacancy in urban sectors or in particular factory, so that's why they are being unemployed. So unemployment is the first negative impact of urbanization. Next is growth of slums. Slum areas are increased. Slum areas, the areas which are not having proper drainage system, not having proper maintenance, residence is not proper, which are the areas, slum areas are like, I will show you one picture for this. These are the slum areas, and you can see from your book, page number 54, slum areas are the areas which are not having proper sanitation facilities, not even the land security is there. People are indulging in crimes. All those bad things are happening in these areas. So this leads to the main negative outcome of urbanization. This is the growth of slum. Slum areas lead to the number of problems afterward. The first one is land insecurity. Houses are not proper, so that's why people are dwelling in the fear that they will get some kind of crime in their time. Then poor and unhygienic living condition. The lifestyle is very poor. They are living in a very poor condition of sanitation. Then crime. Slum conditions make maintenance of law and order difficult, and patrolling of slums is often not on priority list of law and enforcing officers. Unemployment and poverty force people to engage in anti-social activities. Anti-social activities like theft, murder, all these activities. Then environmental impact. Environmental impact happen in two parts: increase in temperature, pollution. So first one is increase in temperature. When people are living in one particular area and the population is more, at that time you will get the two main problems. The first one is increase in temperature and the second one is pollution problem, because pollution problem happen when there is a great hustle bustle on road area. So factories and automobiles, the more visible symbols of urbanization, they are responsible for the harmful gases and smoke in the environment. Next is changes in the natural water cycle. Water cycle, that means urban sectors are in which area, in the areas which are having the more population or more factories, they are polluting their environment more. The factories mostly dump their waste into water bodies and resulting in the water pollution. And polluted water leads to the outbreak of certain waterborne diseases like cholera, malaria, then damage to the flora and fauna. When people are living in one particular area, they are damaging the natural things, flora and fauna both. Plant life also being damaged and animal life too. So as mentioned earlier, a lot of forested land is cleared to accommodate the growing population of towns and cities. When we are cutting our forest and trees, we are polluting our environment, we are making problem for us. This disrupts the flora and fauna of formerly vegetated land, and which would have been natural habitats to many birds and animals. Next is satellite cities. What are satellite cities? People flocking to the cities and with the need of housing spaces for increase. For instance, Delhi has the highest percentage of migrant population and leads to the peripheral expansion of the capital, and now includes cities such as Faridabad, Ghaziabad, Gurugram and Noida, and other metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai has a similar pattern. Also known as the satellite cities, these development in the city's periphery are also helping them house its population better. A satellite city is a concern in the urban planning that refers to the smaller metropolitan areas. So basically we can say that satellite cities are the small metropolitan areas which are having proper sanitation, houses, properly built houses, education facilities, hospitals, all those basic necessities which are responsible for the human living are available in these type of areas, in these specific areas. So these are the satellite cities. These are the planned cities of government. So major satellite cities in India are Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and in that the particular cities are there. In Delhi, Gurugram, Noida, Ghaziabad and Faridabad are there. Then in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Dombivli and Thane. In Chennai, Kanchipuram, then Trivandrum. In Bangalore, Kengeri and Yelahanka. In Hyderabad, Hitech City. In Kolkata, Salt Lake City. Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, Chandigarh, Mohali. Some of the advantages of these cities are, the first one is they are providing better residence and superior quality of living in the form of road connectivity, electricity, water, drainage and other important activities, important amenities. Then next is, in the main cities who wish to escape from the stress, pollution, hassles of city life, it provides them a viable alternative for them. Then transport infrastructure developed in satellite cities and not only provide its residents, it's easy to accessible but also enable to decongest traffic in the main city. It also provides a scientific balance between the population and the resources needed by them. So next are the smart cities. What are smart cities? Smart city is also urban region that is highly advanced in terms of overall infrastructure, sustainable real estate, communication and market availability. So all these facilities are existed in smart cities. Smart cities and satellite cities both are connected parts, or you can say both are important and in their own term. Smart cities is the next one plan of government after satellite city. Smart city this concept originated in the world in 2008. IBM introduced this term smart city by the Planet Initiative Plan, beginning of 2009. Countries like South Korea, UAE and China began this plan and invested on. After that, India also getting this plan and developed some areas under this plan. Smart City mission of Government of India is bold and new initiative for them. So it is meant to set example that can be replicated both within and outside the smart city. The core infrastructure element in smart city, which include adequate water supply, assured electricity supply, sanitation, including solid waste management, efficient urban mobility and public transport, robust IT connectivity and digitalization, health and education. These are the basic preferences of government which are come under the category of smart city. So this is our topic. I hope you understood. If you will get any query, you can ask me through comment section. Thank you.